Lie to yourself if you want. I put my team on my back. Did what I could.
Tonight, from Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
It is a chilly night here in the northeastern U.S., but we've got some football to keep us warm at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the New England Patriots. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. The quick feet by Jackson, and down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Jackson from the shotgun, trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Out come the Patriots with their new quarterback for 2020, and he, like their previous quarterback, a former MVP, Cam Newton.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. You've got to get that changed around.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10.
He was brought down at
the numbers a week ago for Michelle. 10 carries, 62 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Trying to pound it in here with Michelle. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Fielded in the end zone. And more, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal. And I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit him anyway when you shouldn't.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Jackson, options out left. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. They do get a couple, but they'll be gun. It's Jackson. And he will find his man on the outside.
Jackson.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Gain of 21 yards.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
A gain of 4.
A look there at Ingram's numbers from a week ago. 12 carries, 66 yards.
Are we playing old school football now? We've got the top 10 rusher in the league. He's sitting at number 10, but he has a chance to move up with a big-time game. So expect that offensive line. Every time they go to the bench, you tell the offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Jackson looking to throw on third. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. It's the former Michigan man, Chase Winovich, who gets in there to bring him down.
It shows up how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Third on the return. The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 3-3.
On 2nd and 11 now. Newton on the left side, a catch by White. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
That's good.
The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who can make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL, had converted to being a receiver, and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get that to Michel, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. On the crossing route, that's caught. Julian Edelman. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. A kicker fest so far. All points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. And they will run it with Michel. Now he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriots score. Sony Michel, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots have taken the lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And more, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Just a lone field goal for him so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
Take him down right at
no gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. This pass into the arms of Snead. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Calling a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now left side on the swing pass. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the 1st down. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one. Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A big play on the catch and run covering 34 yards. This is White on the screen. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big...
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Out of the gun, Newton. And that is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Devin Asiasi there. And it's 3rd down. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Newton. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Free safety, Clinton Dix, the man to make the play there on the defensive side.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on what ought to be the final act of this first half. To the left side and complete for Julian Edelman. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Brings up third.
So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as he'll try to get 3 before half. This from 54 yards away. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one of the...
And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half.
Justin Tucker.
So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Patriots take over first and 10. At their own 24.
So here are the Patriots to take over. Remember, right now they are on a 6-game losing streak, trying to snap that. And a good sign is they've got the lead in the football. They start the second half with Michel on the ground. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line.
26,
Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively.
Marlon Humphrey on the...
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
Pernell McPhee in there on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard.
On second down, it's White. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down to the 29-yard line.
Michel. That's good.
Sonny Michel comes out of a long line of terrific running backs from the University of Georgia and was a first-round selection for New England in 2018. He does not mind carrying the football, never turns down an opportunity. Top 10 in rushing attempts in the league in 2000.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Sonny Michel with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And Moore, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And not much there. maybe a yard up to the 24.
The tackle made.
Well, it's not time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Throwing right, and that's complete. The 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin, 76 yards. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase it.
And his kick is right through. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now this will make it into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own
Offense marching back onto the field, and our focus shifts here to Sony Michel. He is hoping to find the end zone for a third time, and we sit now in the third quarter.
Nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
We're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Derek call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
Third down and 4.
Newton on third down. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
2-yard line.
First down, here's White. And 3 yards there, takes him to the 45.
Ball carrier.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
That's the
Back now in Foxborough. We get set for the fourth quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football. Opting to run again here with White. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. New England on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. They defer to White out of the shotgun. And he's got this down to the 35. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's White. And a short gain down to about the 33. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. offensively with the lead. You want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And down to the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
The first carry down for Rex Burkhead. And he'll take this one down near the 15.
The ball carrier.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 15-yard line.
Check 48 the mic. Check 48 the mic.
On 2nd down, Michelle. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now Michelle. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. They'll try and run it with White, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They stay on the ground with White. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. James White, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And Moore is going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. So Lamar Jackson in the offense, down by 2 touchdowns. 1:51 on the clock. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. He's going to drop this underneath to Ingram. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Complete.
1st down now, but that clock rolling. He goes underneath to Ingram.
Jackson.
Now we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards the pickup. 1st down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
From the gun, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
To throw again, Jackson. Trying to improvise. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. One last shot for Jackson. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Pats, it's a rare bright spot in what's been a tough season as they move to 2-7 now on the year. And they'll